Do you ever wonder how stupid you have to be for the people that run the show? Um, I guess to please them, for everything to run smoothly, smoothly for them. I was thinking about this because I saw a clip. It's freezing outside, guys. I saw a clip of Elon Musk going to Israel. I think it was this week. And I felt after watching just a few seconds that I was supposed to be stupider than I am. You know, it wasn't an out and out request from anybody. It was just an implied stupidity that I feel like I was supposed to grasp onto. I saw him doing a lot of this. Not necessarily praying, but yes, that he understood when he was walking around what he was touring. I say implied stupidity because there are two sides to every story. There are, in war, victims on both sides. There are atrocities on both sides. There are stories all over the place. I don't understand why it's kind of implied that we're supposed to only think that there's one side to a coin. Although we've been walking around with change in our pocket for our whole life and know that there are two sides to a coin. This is an easy application of thought. I don't understand why politicians think that once we've applied this thought at about the age of, 6 years old, that all of a sudden we're supposed to lose it just because that's a convenience for them. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. I understand that the thought behind that is that he tours Israel only because it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous to go to other areas, right? But then at some point, it's not supposed to be too dangerous for his Starlink, is that what it's called, to be there? Now, I don't know anything about Elon Musk. I don't know too much about Starlink. I don't know anything about satellites. But what I do know is that if he has a business kind of operating there that has to pass through what they're saying is the Ministry of Communications. And communication has already not been allowed. Communication has already been suppressed. Communication has already been punished. What is it that Starlink can do for the people of Palestine without permission? And isn't that what the problem is that when you're oppressed, you have to get permission from the people and approval from the people that are doing the oppressing? So, I'm confused. I'm very confused. I remember a long time ago. And this is a long time ago. One of my brothers, he was incarcerated. And let's not be too judgmental, because we all have wonderful and questionable people in our family. Anyway, I was out of state and I heard that he had been incarcerated. And I wanted to make sure that if he needed anything, I could see if I could send it. And I really had no information about what had happened. So I wrote a letter to the prison, and I sent a stamp, okay? A stamp, it's this big. So it's smaller than the quarter with the two sides, okay? I sent a self-addressed envelope and a stamp for him. I think that's what I did. At least I sent him a stamp, I remember that. Because I never heard from him, and a couple of months went by, and I said, well, maybe he doesn't want to talk to me. Maybe he's ashamed. Maybe he's embarrassed. Maybe something happened to him. I don't know. But then eventually I get a letter, not a long one. It was just this letter from the prison that said that I have to take my stamp back. I was like, is this a joke? They said that the stamp was contraband. And so I have to follow the rules of basically communication. And I remember I said, to myself, I was like, wow, a stamp for a prisoner can do harm. Who knew? I guess my point is that communication can go only as far as the people that control it. I don't understand why we're supposed to think that his visit to Israel and bringing his satellites to Palestine is somehow going to increase their ability to communicate if the powers over them don't want them to use that as a way of communication, or somehow that form of communication is actually withheld from them. Does that make sense? It makes absolutely no sense. It makes me wonder what else is going on here besides a business deal. You know? But anyway, bye-bye.